Hi guys, first of all, Happy New Year to all of you. Few months back, I uploaded one video on how you can automate your Microsoft Teams using Python and PyAuto GUI so that it can join your meetings on its own. Okay, so in this video, we will discuss about how you can do that on cloud, and this time I have used Selenium, and this bot is more smarter than that last one. And I would also like to thank you for 1.5k views on my last video. So let's begin this video. Okay, so first of all, let me introduce you to that bot. Okay, so this is the bot, and I have used Selenium WebDriver in this project. And what you have to do is you just simply have to give your email and password in this creds dictionary. Okay, like here is example.@gmail.com. As you can see, you have to simply replace this with your email ID and this password with your password. And I will tell how to deploy this on cloud, so you can turn off your computer, and this time you don't need to give any schedule or something to this. This will automatically detect whether a meeting is going on your ID or not, and if meeting is going on, it will join it, and when it ends, it will stop the meeting. Okay, so let's start. First of all, what you have to do is you have to create a virtual machine on your cloud. So currently I am using here Microsoft Azure. Okay, so here is my dashboard of Microsoft Azure. If you don't know how to create this Microsoft Azure account, I'll make another video on if some of you are having some issues creating virtual machines. So simply what you have to do is you have to log in through your college email ID, because it's free for students. So it's recommended to use your college email ID, and just go to this search bar and type virtual machines. Okay, then just go to virtual machines, and currently this is one of my virtual machine, so it's showing here. But when you will open this for first time, there will be no machines. You just have to go and simply click on add new virtual machine here, and virtual machine, just few seconds and it will refresh. Okay, so here is subscription student Azure for students. It will be automatically selected when you will log in through your student's account. Okay, just give your some resource group name, just create new. If you don't have any, you can give anything. And now you have to give your virtual name, your machine name. Okay, and virtual machine's name. Okay, this cannot have any, so simply I am writing here my name. Okay, and please don't change this region. Okay, US East US, this is mandatory, means you cannot change this, otherwise you will not get the machine. Okay, so you have to choose your operating system. Like I will be using Windows 10 Pro. You can find other images also if you need for any other purpose, but currently we are using Windows 10. So now you have to select here, you have to select this your configurations, PC configuration. Okay, so click on show all VMs, and here you can see you have to minimize the cost as possible. Okay, because you are having only $100 and you have to manage this, and you have to extend that you have to use that $100 as many times as you can. So okay, you have to I have chosen this virtual machine. Okay, you can read the name and all this. This is having 2 cores with 4 GB RAM, so this is sufficient for our purpose. I'm going to select this. Okay, so you have to give okay. Now this you have to remember. I'm currently giving this name as Evil Azure 21. Okay, and password. Okay, so it's okay. Now what you have to do is you have to confirm this. Next, and this you can either have premium SSD or standard hard disk or standard SSD. Okay, so I would recommend you to use standard SSD or premium SSD. You can choose anything on its own. Just go to networking and virtual network. Don't change anything from this, and make sure that select inbound ports should be RDP 3389. Okay, so make sure this is done. Management, and just you can skip this by clicking on review plus create. Now what you have to do is just it will validate your machine if it's possible to create or not. So well, in my validation has been passed. Now you just have to click on create and it will start deploying your machine. So as you can see that my machine has been deployed. It took around 10 minutes. If you are using premium SSD, it won't take that much time. It will be done within 1 or 2 minutes. But it's recommended to use standard SSD as this will minimize your cost. Okay, after that you will see this page. You have to go to resource. Okay, now you can see this. Here is some connect. Okay, you have to click on connect. This RDP. Just you have to simply download this RDP file. Okay, I'm downloading it. Okay, now what you have to do is now you can close this tab and you have to open this file which you have downloaded. Please check this. Don't ask me again for this connection on your computer. And here you have to put the same that user ID and password which you entered on the web. Okay, so my username was Evil Azure 21. Okay, okay, so we will just check this and say yes. We will be booting up into our operating virtual machine. Okay, so and as you can see we are in. You can control this like normal computer using your desktop. Let us see it. We are booting it for first time, so it will take some time, but not more than 1 or 2 minutes. Just click on accept and this is your computer. Okay, just say yes. Now what you have to do is you just have to search Google Chrome first of all. Okay, this is lagging. Okay, so you have to download Google Chrome. Just click on download, accept and install. Okay, run the file. So let's close this browser. Okay, now we are in Chrome. So what you have to do is you just have to go to Python and download the latest version available for the Python. Currently it's 3.9.0, so I'll be downloading it. Okay, its download has been started, and as you can see how fast it is. Okay, just check this, add path Python 3.9 to path and click on install. So let's do something else while this installs the Python on my desktop. Okay, oh, now open the Google Chrome. Just go to the link of my GitHub account. I'll provide it in description, but for now I'll directly go because I know the link. Okay, so this is my account. You'll also see the same page. You have to go to this second repository, and you just simply have to click on this download code and download zip. Okay, so it's been downloaded. Now Python has been installed. Click on this disable path length limit and close. Okay, so your bot has been downloaded in your virtual machine. Just simply go and find your bot, and I'm taking this to desktop. It's preferred to move to desktop. Okay, so extract all. I'm extracting here. Okay, you can see this folder, and here are all required files. So I just simply want this folder. Here we go. So what you have to do is, now you have to open CMD, or you can use PowerShell. PowerShell will be better. Okay, so open this. You have to navigate to the this desktop directory. I forgot to close this. Okay. Now in the directory. So as you can see here, you will see some bot.py, and before that I forgot to install some libraries. You have to install Selenium. You just have to type this command, pip install Selenium. Okay. So it is installing. It has been installed successfully. Now you just have to simply type Python. This will work only if you have added Python 3.9 to the path, otherwise it won't work. Okay, this Python keyword, Python and bot.py. You just simply have to press an enter, and it will ask you whether do you want to start the bot. Say yes, why, and enter. It will ask for access. Just click on allow access, and as you can see, this all has been started. This will give an error because I have not given my right email ID and password. So I'll change this and join you back. Okay. Okay, as you can see, I'm in the folder, And how you can change the password is you can just simply go and edit with IDLE. I'm clicking on it, edit with IDLE, or you can just simply open it as a text file and edit it. But this is Python's IDLE, so you can write here is your email and password. Okay, here you have to replace the things. Okay, I have entered my password and I'm back to this PowerShell. Okay, so now what you have to do is again you have to run this. Just press Y, enter. It will automatically sign in and check for meetings. Just make sure that this is working properly before leaving. Now this will check all the required boxes on its own. You don't have to do now some. You cannot close this PowerShell, okay? You have to left it open, otherwise bot will stop working. Now you can close this folder. You neither can close this Chrome window nor this PowerShell. Now as you can see, it is in my calendar and it will automatically search for meetings on its own. It will automatically search a meeting. If it finds a meeting, it will join the meeting, and when the meeting is to be end, it will end on its own. You don't have to do anything, but you should see this, that if this bot is working properly or not. Every day check this, and sometimes you can also restart this virtual computer, so it will be working properly. Currently I don't have any meeting, so it's not showing or not joining any meet, but as you can see it's refreshing, and this will continue forever. Okay, thanks for watching the video. This is it. If you find some errors or something, you can contact me, so I can you don't have to shut down this virtual machine, you just have to keep it on. You can just simply close it by clicking this, and you can open it again by using that RDB file you downloaded. Okay, so you also have to change the time zone. How you can change that is you just simply go to settings and change the time zone to India, otherwise it will not work, as Python will take the time, but it won't match to your meetings. So it's time. Okay, I'll search it. Time. Change time zone. Just click on it. Set time automatically. Let it be as it is. And currently I'm in India, so it's plus 5:30. UTC plus 5:30. So here it is. Simply close the window. And clearing this all, I have one more thing to tell you, that if you have some doubts or queries, you can visit my website for my contact info. This is my website. Okay, so you can check this. I have made this using Python and Django. You can go there and see, and you will find all of my contact info there under contact section.